That's fine. That's fine. Yes.
We're live.
Where do I get the link from, Mike, to the actual?
It's see the event.
Do I get it from the event? Do I get it from here?
Yeah, the event. It's
Is this where I get it from?
that's what's on that.
So I get it from here?
Oh, but if you want to do the if you want to join the Hangout, there's a different link inside the Hangout on Air. I think there's another link on the.
But you're already in the Hangout. So.
Yeah, I know. Looks like
But yeah, people who are not joining the Hangout, they can just go to the live
Okay.
and section. Should we get people started?
Yeah.
Why don't we get started in a couple of minutes? Make your way to a seat.
You got a drink? You need more pizza?
Huh?
You need more pizza?
No, I'm good.
So
you want to start the meeting off?
Okay.
The camera to you. Can come up here maybe or?
Okay. Oh, okay. So welcome everybody. So we're gonna get going. This is kind of nicely small and informal. It's also yeah, actually not that small. Actually, it's flags for the cafe. What do I want to say? I want to say welcome everybody. I also want to say big thanks to Mike because Mike really recently probably everybody knows joined Google. And actually been a little bit busy since I got that, just catching up with things. So just almost got away from it. So Mike really volunteered to go yesterday. Came up with the idea to do a code jam.
Well, I've been thinking about it for a while. So it's like,
okay. But everything happened in the last 24 hours. So we are broadcasting this live on the internet, and that really makes any sense. You perhaps might. I don't know if folks want to follow along with their laptops. Hang it over to you.
Yeah. And also we have new organizer who just joined the Dallas G. Chris, right? Chris. So Chris has done a lot of like handwritten events and maybe come up and introduce yourself. So Chris is kind of volunteered to help us as another organizer. I'm going to be kind of stepping back. I'm going to be a full-time Google employee. But Chris is joining us.
Yeah, so like you said, I was a co-organizer in Dallas with Dallas GDG. We were actually really Android top heavy and mobile. So if there's any interest in that, I'm more than happy to try and help out or try and organize sessions or whatever. And we also had we were just chatting earlier, and we also had like a monthly kind of like a code jam, more social coding. We either go to an office or a restaurant bar, just kind of sit around and have some drinks, help each other coding questions, and that's basically social coding. So if there's anything like that or anything else, I'll be happy to help. My background's already well, so I can try and do a session, find someone to do a session that's interested in anyone else.
I would appreciate how many people would like more Android content from the group? Yeah, 30%.
Cool. Excellent.
All right. So I'm going to switch to slide here to start off. So how this is going to show up. I think on the Hangout. Let's see. Okay. Last year, I don't know how many have heard of the Code Jam? Yeah, quite a few. Has anyone participated? Oh yeah, you have. Okay. So only one person here. So last year was the first time I'd entered Code Jam, and I would want to just give a caveat that I'm not a contest expert by any means. But I thought it was a really cool experience. So tonight I wanted to share with you kind of a little bit about what is Google Code Jam all about, and maybe why you might want to try it out this year, and you have a couple months before the actual Code Jam gets started. So tonight I thought we would go through and show you kind of what it's like to end of the Code Jam contest and talk a little bit about why I think it's really cool. So Code Jam is a Google-sponsored international programming competition, and almost all of it is run completely online. So it's really easy for anyone to get started. You don't have to, it's free, and there's a lot of materials online. And the way it works is that it's not like a hackathon, or you're not like trying to produce something original, but you're given like a very specific problem, and it's kind of like a puzzle-like problem. And they tend to be of the nature that they test not only your speed as a programmer, how quickly you can get your ideas down into a working program, but also how efficiently your program can run. So a lot of the problems are kind of at a scale where a naive solution is not going to run fast enough to solve the problem efficiently. So how does it work? So this is the way it ran last year, and I think they're probably going to keep a similar format, although they haven't really announced the exact format. Basically, each time you sit down in one of these rounds, it's designed to take about 2.5 hours for you to solve as many problems as you can. And they give you multiple programming problems to test you out each time. But the very first qualification round, this is the one where, like, if you don't want to feel like you're stressed under time pressure, you actually have a 25-hour window. You can kind of come in anytime during this window, and they'll have opened up a set of problems, and then you can start working, and you can take as long as you want in that time period. So last year, there were 45,000 people who registered for the Code Jam. About 20-some thousand people actually solved at least one of the problems, and then 17,000 people qualified in that first level. They signed points. So there's kind of for every problem there's a small set and a large set. So they'll have like smaller size problems. If your program's not that efficient, you could still successfully solve it. And they have a larger set where you did like a brute force method. Your program probably would not run in enough time. So there's typically, I think the time is like your program has to finish running in about 4 minutes, like no more than 4 minutes or so of actually running time once you get data set. So I'll show you kind of how one of these works in a minute. So after that qualification round, then they have these three different time zones synchronized around the world. Opportunities for you to qualify to advance into round two. So there are three different. You can enter any or all of the three different contests. Now these are going to be 2.5 hour windows that you could want to start right when they open. So some of them are in the morning, some are in the middle of the night for us because it's good time for Europe or Asia. And And in each of these rounds, the top 1,000 points finishers will advance on. So here's where it gets actually pretty competitive. And so last year for myself, I was able to do the qualification round. And the first time entering a programming contest, I probably spent I spent all day started in the morning, and I bailed out at 3 in the afternoon. So I definitely took more than 2.5 hours to qualify. In round one, I think I got one problem right, and then I didn't have enough time to get more points. So I didn't qualify. I didn't advance on after round one myself. And then it gets much more competitive. Round two has only 500. All those 3,000 people who qualified in round one are entered round two. Then they take 500 people out of that. And then there's round three where 25 people will be the top 25 people of that. Then get invited in person. Last year was London. They flew. I think Google flew them at their own expense in London, and they had an in-person competition. And there are some amazingly impressive programmers out there in the world who are competing this. So it's pretty amazing to watch. Why would I think that people would be interested in entering a programming contest? Well, I think it's a different kind of programming. A lot of us program at work, or maybe there are time pressures that we're working on, but they tend to be kind of long scale things. And the diversity of things you get to work on might not be that high. Like you're working on just things very specific to a larger project. And so I think the programming contest kind of exposes you to maybe things you haven't done in a long time, or read about in school, or if you want to learn programming language, it might be interesting to try pulling that out for a contest. So there are a lot of problems in the sets that CodeJam uses that do require some algorithmic thinking, stuff from computer science days, or if you're a student now, things that you do have to think a little more cleverly about how you write your program. I think it's kind of interesting just to solve programming problems under some very time pressure. It's a little stressful, but you actually get a lot done. It's like in a small time. And some of the people at Google had they did a video about this, and they find that when they're interviewing developers for Google jobs, whenever they come across a candidate who's like an experienced programming contest person, they are universally really good at jobs. So these are exactly the kind of thinking problems you're going to get good experience for job interviews in the future. Thinking about hiring, interviewing for a job, and I believe there is a checkbox when you register. It says, would you like Google to contact you about future jobs? Register for this too. So you will get into a database. Just by entering the contest, and I think you actually might call from Google as well. So and it's also a lot of fun. I think if you like programming, I think these things are kind of fun. So just to get into a little bit about, anyone have any questions about that? So the way that it works is you're going to come to each problem. When you enter the contest, you're going to get a webpage like this that basically just describes a problem in Word. So you're going to have a word problem that says, this one's like a tic-tac-toe-like problem, and you'll see like how many points you might get for each problem set. There's usually at least 3 different programming problems to solve for each round. And then there's kind of set to demo. Sorry. Scroll bar. They give you a very minimal example of what what a sample input looks like. So you're always going to be like reading textual input like from a file, and then you crank away around it, and you're going to output some text. So there's not there's no graphics programming or UI programming or anything like that. It's all like transforming a text input into a text output. And then once you have written some code that you think works, then you can start downloading their sample problems. So when you do the practice problems, there's no time limit. You can just try to use those directly, and for as long as you keep program working. But in the contest, there's a limit you like that starts the clock, and you have to submit your file within minutes.
How about these libraries, like
They don't. I don't think there's any restriction on any like. In fact, there's no restriction on languages or any. You can write in any programming language. They want us. They want us. So you're gonna have to upload your code in the actual competition as well. They'll review that. They'll review that for cheating or something like that. But I think in the real contest, everyone's given like a unique data set. So you can't necessarily share with anybody else. So they're generating sample problems for you. But they talk about people doing all kinds of crazy. You can write your own. You have your own compiler, and you want to enter your own programming language to do that too. So. I don't think they restrict any sort of reason like that as well. Yeah.
So I think that answers my question, which is that they don't run it on their servers.
They're not running there. No. Although I think they reserve the right to verify what you did. They might ask if you're in those future rounds. They might kind of ask you to help them set up learning so that they can really test your code to make sure that it really does do that.
So then the speed of it runs.
Yeah, you have a really good powerful machine. If you look at the solutions, like the people who do the best in this, a lot of them writing in C or C++. Kind of the closer to the metal of the hardware, the better. I entered in Python last year, so it's not really very nice language. There's a lot of things are easier in Python, but it's not competitive language to be entering. And when you're done submitting, you submit your scores, and there's it's all big public database of all the submissions of every. You could actually control here and see, thousands of different examples of how different people have solved a particular problem. You can download their code. It's actually interesting. So if you go look at some of the top people, you can download. You had a hard time working on something and see what people download their solutions. It's actually interesting. There's a video online. I'll just leave this link in the presentation. I'll put a link in the presentation on the event page. These are the two guys that run it at Google, and they did a GDG video meeting last year, explaining the 2013 issue. So they might come back again this year, like in about a month from now. So the Bartholomew furrow and EFAR never something close. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna fiddle over now a little bit with the Hangout. Let me just switch that out to shot my desktop. Lots of this is Inception Square. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the CodeJam website. I just kind of show you. Get started. So code.google.com/CodeJam. And the second button will pop up here, and you can say practice. So if any of you have your laptop here tonight, I would urge you to go ahead and try some of these practice problems now. So which is what I'm going to do now, and we're just going to go through the process of trying one of these problems. So here's one that's pretty simple, and you see this comes from the 2010 qualifying round. So the qualifying round questions are not designed to be super brain benders, but you might think a little bit about how you might do something a little more efficiently than just brute force. I'll introduce okay. So here's the problem. Given a list of space-separated words, reverse the order of the words. Each line of text contains L letters and W words. So you'll see this kind of weird way of stating the problem. They're going to introduce these names for the size of the data set that you have to read. Align with, well, this is the letters and space characters, but actually exactly one space character compared with words. So it says the input. The first line of the input gives a number of cases n test cases follow. Each test case will be a line of letters and space characters indicating space words, space and so they're trying to define text as closely as they can what the input set is going to look like. And then this is really important here. They tell you the limits. Small data set, large data set. So you're going to get two sample problems, small and the large. Do the small one first. So it says n is 5. So they're going to give you 5 problems here, and then L, which is what is that? The number of letters. So it can be up to 25 letters in a line, then you see the large data set is going to be 100 problems, and they can have up to 1,000 in one line. So you think about that, and you're thinking about how you actually break the program, the size constraints are going to match both the efficiency and even just like buffer sizes and things like that as you're moving. So this is a sample input file. So the file has the retest cases and then read lines, and they tell you this is exactly what your output is. So you need to print out exactly case space, pound sign, colon space, and then the answer. They don't really allow for a lot of variation in the output, and if you get it wrong, they basically just say it's wrong, and you have to go look at it visually and see if you can tell why it's wrong. So part of the time I think in getting ready for improvement is just kind of getting familiar enough with the language you want to use. Ready to hit the ground running, not wasting a lot of time. Like, how do I parse all these lines? And you want to spend as little time as possible on the mechanics of reading the writing out, and how you're going to do all that. So I'll show you a little bit about kind of what I would do. So in Python, there's actually kind of this nice little library called file input. I don't know how many Python programmers are here tonight. Oh yeah. Okay. So the file input module is a nice little shortcut. What it does is if you want to process lines of an input file, the file input module will allow for a lot of different command line options. So if you don't give any arguments on the command line, it will process standard input. But if you give an argument on the command line, it will open up that file, read the file, and then return an iterator for you to read the lines of that file. So I like to do that as it's a for this contest, it's a nice little helper because then I can give me some flexibility when I'm typing in the command line. I can change my code to read from a particular file, open a file, things like that. So here I'm just using that module to get an input stream, and then I call this main function lines iterator. Now this really just has a kind of like a dummy solution in there right now. So those are the words. Hi. Hello. Yeah, it's just an echo. It's just going to echo out the lines in there. Yeah. So one thing I like to do is use doc tests in Python to kind of make sure that I just am reading the input properly, and maybe use it as my very first solution. So what I'll do is I'll grab the input out of their very tiny sample. Oops. Insertion points in the X or not. Okay, so that is the input, and what I expect to get out is this output. Put it in here. Yeah, I will. Better? Okay. So this is basically a kind of like a form of unit tests in Python. Doc tests are in Python. It has this really nice little feature that you can put a test directly in a comment in your code. So this chevron here indicates that this is a test, and it's going to execute this code called main. And here all it's doing is it's taking my test string up at the top of this file and converting it into something that looks exactly like the line that I would get when I would just use this as a command line function. And so then it's saying when I run the main program on this input, it should produce this output. No, those are part of the output. You have to give that as your output of your test case. That's a good question. The way the doc test works, it expects like the indentation, the line that lines up those chevrons. Yeah, it removes that initial white space for the purpose of comparing. So here you can see, I just ran the test within my editor, let me show you how you can also do this. So first word 1.5. Actually, Python dash test reverse word 1.5. It'll run the test. What the doc test command will search through all of your Python program document tests, and so here it says this is expected, and this is what I got. So my program now is just printing its input. So that's not right, and so I have my test failure. So we need to fix this. All right. So now comes the interactive version of the evening. So first thing is remember if we look up here, the first thing we have to read the song. So I think what I want to do is say lines next, so that reads out the number of cases, all these cases, and then then I think this will be the remaining lines.
Yeah, so I got
rid of it.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I could.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
right now. So,
Right now, it's just,
yeah.
So using the split like or function, is there performance?
Well, your code has to run within 4 minutes on the large problem. No, they don't. As long they don't measure like how fast you're running compared to anybody else's program. It's all binary. You either got it right or you didn't get it right. It's totally binary. So if you could produce a correct output data set, then you're fine. Well, efficiency is not enough that, if you get a very large input and your program is running and it takes 5 minutes instead of 4 minutes, you're not going to fail. And so you won't get credit for that test. And I believe in the practice problems you do online, there's only one set of small practice problems, but in the real contest, you'll get a data set for that problem set, and then it expires in 4 minutes, and then you just get it. If you, you can't. There's no do-overs. Like you download it once and 94 minutes it's off. So once you're ready, you have this very tiny sample that you play before you say, I think my program works, and then you go download the small data set and start running. But if that doesn't work, then it takes you more than 4 minutes to have, then you're not going to get that problem correct.
How much of the code would require doing object?
Do what? Oh, how much? There's some crazy algorithms like like dynamic programming, all kinds of other things, depending on the problem you get. This one's pretty simple, but so here I don't know if it's like enumerate. Okay. So I'll just try one more yeah. That one which should be closer. So here, I have the right kind of format, except I've gone off by one error. So now I have to kind of type of output is right, but my answer. So now here I need something like I need to convert the data set to the answer. So we're gonna get the words from the lines. So I'm gonna say lines dot split space. Oh yeah, thank you. Line space and then I'm going to Python actually has this nice reverse slicing operator, and then I can join it with spaces. I do. Thank you. Join like this. That actually worked. So that's correct. Yeah, I can put a little bad character to kind of look at it. That worked. Okay, so now I have a working solution. And And so I passed the tiny case. So if I'm confident enough that I got all the special cases, they're not going to guarantee that they give you like in this little printed sample. This is kind of just for you to understand the English way that they describe the problem, and it gives a small test case. But there could be a lot of other edge cases that are not displayed in this little example. So if you can think of other cases that you want to test before you download the problem set, you might want to try adding to this test case and doing something exhaustive as well. But then say we're confident, so we say download the file. So we get a file that has some problems in it.
Statement guarantee that don't have that number.
Oh, what?
Check. You can see that it said that they were that
number. You mean like this specification here? That 5 problems? Yeah. They're not going to trick you. That will have the right number of things in there.
Yeah. Why bother splitting one?
Yeah. You can do it if you want.
Is that
You can do it twice.
more like mirror image?
No, you just walk back and then
Yeah,
yes, it's fine.
Oh, you're thinking of other ways of solving the problem?
Yeah. If you
It's a
if you
deep
make short space limited rather than.
Yeah. But the words themselves are not reversed.
No.
Yeah. I mean the word.
Just walk backward. Yeah, but then the letters are the spaces. No, they're not. Just walk backward the 2 pointers to see where the spaces are in the sunscreen.
And the problem is you have problems with n squared because we're using 2 loops.
Yeah, this is space versus programmer time.
Well, I mean, it depends. These issues could come up if there are cases in the problem set where you think it's going to be significant enough that it's going to take, but given the problem size, if it's going to take multiple minutes, that you can think of a more efficient way of doing something. They tend to be. The problems that Google gives in the CodeGem, I think, tend to be more. They're not so much like optimizing like tight little inner loop type optimizations. More like do I have the right algorithm and data structure, and am I using a fast programming language? C is helpful. Writing assembly is not probably going to be that helpful. So anyway, this is their small set. You can see what it looks like. And so here, what I would do is run my reverse words. On that, so now I can pass in that small data set. So that's following. I have all these extra spaces. I had a backup pre-solved version of it. The guy has a bug in my other version. So just create an output file. So now I have a file that has this case, and now you're just going to upload file. There's my solution set, and then I'm just going to upload that to Google, submit the file, and then they just tell you, you got it right. So, and in the real test that will be the total time I download it, and I manage to upload the program upload the data set up to them.
Can we see your code again, please?
Yeah. You want to see the one that's broken? Why did my test succeed if I was broken? I'm actually not using this variable here. I just gotta. How'd that happen? I'm getting
Yeah, actually, not that small. But, actually, it's flags to the cafe. What do I want to say? I want to say welcome everybody. I want to say big thanks to Mike, because Mike really recently, probably everybody knows somebody joined Google. And actually, being a little bit busy since I got just catching up with things. So just got this almost got away from us. So Mike volunteered to go yesterday. Came up with the idea to do a code jam.
Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, so it's like, okay.
But everything happened in the last 24 hours. So we are broadcasting this live on the internet. And that really makes any sense. You perhaps might, I don't know if folks want to follow along with their laptops.
That's fine.
We're live.
Where do I get the link from, Mike, to the actual?
It's the event.
Do I get it from the event? Do I get it from here?
Yeah, the event. It's
Is this where I get it from? So I get it from here?
Oh, but if you want to do if you want to join the Hangout, there's a different link inside. The Hangout on Air, I think. There's another link on the.
But you're already in the Hangout. So.
Yeah, I know. Looks like
But yeah, people who are not joining the Hangout, they can just go to the live.
Okay.
And section. Should we get people started?
Why don't we get started in a couple of minutes? Make your way to a seat.
Yeah. And also we have a new organizer who just joined the Dallas GDG, Chris, right? Chris. So Chris has done a lot of like handwritten events, and maybe you want to introduce yourself. So Chris is kind of volunteered to help us as an organizer. I'm going to be kind of stepping back. I'm going to be a full-time Google employee. But Chris is joining us.
Yeah, so like I said, I was a co-organizer in Dallas with Dallas GDG. We were actually really Android top heavy and mobile. So if there's any interest in that, I'm more than happy to try and help out or try and organize sessions or whatever. And we also had we were just chatting earlier, and we also had like a monthly kind of like code jam, more social coding. We either go to an office space or a restaurant bar, just kind of sit around and have some drinks, help each other with coding questions or anything like that. Basically, social coding. So if there's anything like that or anything else, I'll be happy to help. My background's Android development, so I can try and do a session. Find someone to do a session that's of interest to anyone else.
I would appreciate how many people would like more Android content from the group? Yeah, 30. Cool.
Excellent.
All right. So I'm going to switch to slide here to start off. So how this is going to show up. I think on the Hangout. Okay. So last year, I don't know how many have heard of the Code Jam? Yeah, quite a few. Has anyone participated? Oh yeah, you have. Okay. So only one person here. So last year was the first time I'd entered Jam, and I would want to just give a caveat that
You got a drink?
I got a drink.
You need more pizza?
Huh?
You need more pizza?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
So do you want to start the meeting off?
Okay.
The camera to you. Come up here maybe, or?
Okay. Oh, okay. So welcome everybody. So we're gonna get going. This is kind of nicely small and informal. It's also